It's nearly midnight at Wuhan Tianhe International Airport. Imagine your job is to travel around a huge country every week, a country more than 8,000 kilometers from the town in which you grew up, a country that speaks a totally different language. And imagine on top of that you often finish work late, knowing that your young kid is waiting for you at home. That is the life of Diego Benedetto, a captain with China Eastern, one of the country's 3 biggest airlines.
Today we're going to introduce you to this Italian man who's been a pilot for more than 40 years and in 2018 settled in the city of Wuhan.
The 59-year-old believes he's finally found an ideal place to make a living, pursue his passion for flying, and make a future for his 6-year-old son. Captain Benedetto flies 4 or 5 days a week, mostly from Wuhan to a dozen domestic cities. It was 11:25 p.m. when he flew back from Beijing at the end of a busy week. His flight schedule changes from week to week, but this doesn't dampen his enthusiasm.
Hey, Diego. Nice to see you.
Let's go.
The only constant thing in my life is change. But I think that the more we embrace change, the more we are comfortable in life. And please don't tell my company, but I will fly for free because I love it.
When he's not up in the skies, Captain Benedetto heads home to be with his son. After his wife passed away in October last year, the little boy is his only family in China. Tonight we gave him a ride home and said we would drop in another day.
My son and I enter in a new phase of life. I've been studying how to be a good parent and what is important for my son. As a pilot, I'm away for days on end, and my son doesn't get to see me. Now I'm home for 3 days, and my son said to me, "Stay with me, Papa." So I will do what he wants.
As China's airline sector took off over the past decade, flying schools in the country were unable to train enough pilots. According to the Civil Aviation Administration of China, between 2010 and 2019, the number of foreign captains flying with Chinese airlines more than doubled to over 1,500. Captain Benedetto, who was an Air Force pilot and then worked for commercial airlines in Europe and the Middle East, is one of the many who grabbed a new career opportunity here. Before we could meet him again in Wuhan, we decided to catch up with him at the headquarters of China Eastern in Shanghai for an interview.
What makes China different?
I wanted to work in a place with a good, solid economy, where there would be no crisis. China seems to be the best place. People here are always doing their best, and not only for themselves, but also for the people around them, for the entire collectivity. That is why you have such a power and you are developing so well.
I'm wondering if it was easy for you to get a job here.
No, the hiring procedure was very long and very difficult because they are very, very careful. I mean, now China trusts me to fly a Chinese aircraft with onboard Chinese citizens. So they really wanted to be sure of who I was and if I was worth to recruit, someone good.
Even though he's close to the age limit for a passenger plane pilot, Captain Benedetto believes that if he works out regularly, his body will stay strong. He runs 4 kilometers or more every day, no matter where he is. He also believes that if he keeps learning, he can improve himself and stay young.
We know that Chinese airlines have attracted veteran aviators from all over the world with some big offers. How does your income here compare with your previous jobs?
It's higher than other places. But here in China, they really expect top performance, always top level. And this is matching my way of thinking and doing. So I accepted the challenge.
What's the most challenging aspect?
Here in China, flying standards are extremely demanding, among the highest in the world. I have been extensively living and working in North America, in Europe, in Africa, in the Middle East, and now in Asia. So I can make comparison.
Give me some examples.
There is really zero tolerance on some issues. For example, every pilot, before they fly, they have to take an alcohol test and have their blood pressure checked. Then we have a series of examinations in simulators where we face the most severe emergency situations, like engine fire, electrical failure, rapid depressurization, and bad weather. This is the throne of the instructor, where he can command any kind of action he wants.
Is this Wuchang International Airport?
Yes. That's the main terminal, 2 runways. Those examinations takes place at least once every 6 months, and they last several intense hours, where we have to show we are good at everything. If we make a mistake, we fail the exam, and we cannot fly.
Captain Benedetto visited China for the first time in 1983 as part of an official delegation when he was in the Air Force. He came again in 1990 as a tourist. Back then, he never imagined that one day he would be living and working here.
For you and your family, it is a new world. Do you enjoy your life here?
I don't believe in anything after life, so I want to be sure I live this only life very, very fully. I came to China in 2018 with my family and all my belongings, and here I discovered something very wonderful. This is now my new life, my new country, my new everything. We became familiar with your lifestyle, like order food and everything online, or moving around with your incredible transportation system.
At the beginning of 2020, when Wuhan was reeling from COVID-19 with outbound flights and trains suspended, Captain Benedetto was transferred to Shanghai, where he could carry on flying. Then he had to go to Europe to renew his flying license. But because of the pandemic there, the family of 3 was unable to come back to China till September last year.
When I took off again from airports in cities like Shanghai, Wuhan, or other Chinese cities, I was very happy and proud. And walking onto the streets, I saw something different in the eyes of the people. They seem to be stronger than before. Because you guys, you beat the pandemic. You know what you have been through.
Okay, come on, let's go. Wow!
Everything seemed perfect, but then came a bolt from the blue. His wife suddenly passed away due to a pulmonary embolism.
A blood clot traveled from the veins of her legs to the lungs. Irina was a wonderful wife. We had 15 wonderful years together. After 15 years, I was still happy to come home every day and see her smile. She was a wonderful mother of our son. She took care of the son in a very nice way. But now she's not here anymore.
How did you explain to the little boy that his mom would never come back?
I asked two child psychologists how to handle the matter. They told me, show him the reality, but not in a shocking way. So he came to the cremation ceremony. He saw the body of her mother going into the furnace and coming back as ashes in an urn. So he knows that she died forever, and he knows that these things can happen in life.
I'm thinking about how you take care of your boy on your own.
If I keep working in this kind of job, I need somebody who can take care of him while I'm away. So I interviewed many people until I found a very suitable one who can live in that part of the apartment while I'm away. So I can go to work without any worry.
Without any worries?
Well, I'll give you an example. One day my son was playing, fighting with another kid, and he was hit in the eye. And it was very painful for him. He was on the ground holding the eye, saying, I'm going to be blind, how can I live if I don't see? And he was crying. So that was a situation where I could think, well, the day after, it's better if I don't go to work and I stay with him. But he has to learn that I cannot stay physically with him all the time. So I checked with the doctor. Yes, there was a problem, but the day after I decided to go to work anyway. Marcus, are you scared when I go to work?
No.
And do you know that I will always be back?
叫马依依，依依的意思是第一名和唯一。
He is my number one. He is the center of my universe. He is the continuation of my life. I have to keep working for the next 12 years to sustain him until he will be independent. I have to teach him what to do, how to do it, not to repeat my mistakes. Right?
That's why you're so motivated to keep working.
Yes. Living in China and working for China Eastern is a very satisfying life. I hope I can keep working here in China, possibly as a pilot, because I'm very good at it.
The world aviation industry has been battered by COVID-19, but China has largely brought the virus under control, and the country's domestic market is recovering. At major Chinese airports, the numbers of takeoffs and landings are back to pre-pandemic levels. Though there are currently fewer passengers per flight and limited international flights, Captain Benedetto is optimistic about the future.
We have vaccine and the economy is going better. So I think the air industry will bounce back pretty soon, maybe in less than a year. New aircraft have been delivered to China Eastern, did you know that? So I hope that I will still be needed. But I'm a pilot. I have to be fully concentrated, even on the most relaxing day or a beautiful day or relaxing route. So I have to be prepared for the worst any single second. So these days I cannot just sit around. And there are a lot of possibilities in China.
Captain Benedetto turns 60 in November. His contract with China Eastern has been extended until May 2022. He wants to stay in top shape both physically and technically so that his flying career can last as long as possible. And in our conversation, the captain told us that he's also started checking out other job opportunities. He said the seed of who he is today can be traced back to his military service in Italy, where he learned the value of pushing himself beyond his comfort zone.
What were you thinking about when you landed at Tianhe International Airport last night?
Really? I was already looking forward to my next flight. I hope my company knows that with me, what they're getting is not an old pilot, but a fully energetic pilot ready to face anything.
They must be very proud of you. I guess if you do your best, you will never regret it.
That is the point. When the end will come for me, I want to know I used every single drop of life. No laziness, no shortcut, no escape from responsibilities or difficult challenges. I want to feel I faced everything always with maximum energy.